ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। वर्ष नंबर 33। अर्जुन उवाच योऽयं योगः त्वया प्रोक्तः साम्येन मधुसूदनः एतस्यां न पश्यामि चञ्चलत्वात् स्थितिं स्थिराम्। I chant it again. योऽयं योगः त्वया प्रोक्तः साम्येन मधुसूदन एतस्य अहं न पश्यामि चञ्चलत्वात् स्थितिं स्थिराम्. See the translation. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, this yoga of equanimity has been preached by you, but I don't perceive its stability due to restlessness of mind. See the translation again. Arjun said, O Madhusudan, this yoga that has been spoken of by you as oneness, I do not see its steady continuance owing to restlessness of mind. The yoga was being described by Lord Sri Krishna in the middle of the battlefield. Arjun was so stunned, so delighted, so happy, and he kept listening and listening and listening. And Sri Krishna also was kept saying again and again. Both were enjoying. The yoga of equanimity. Arjun was so stunned because the concept was, if you want some spiritual height, you must go to a forest, do austerity, penance, do not eat anything, do not drink even water, and sometimes you do not even breathe. And so many rishis and rakshasas, demons did it. Ravan did it. Even Kumbhakarna also did it. Valmiki did it. So many persons did it. So concept was that if you want some spiritual height, if you want to go the state of misery, you must do such austerity. But Lord Sri Krishna was describing the yoga of oneness. It was so simple. It was so easy. There was no need to go anywhere. There was no any age condition, no any caste condition, no country condition. There was no any condition. Anyone has rights. Anyone has birthright to follow the path of this. So Arjuna was so happy. Sri Krishna also was enjoying. Because if the disciple understands, and master becomes so happy. Because the purpose is ultimately that the master wants that the disciple must understand. So this was the intention of Lord Sri Krishna. And he was saying, he was watching, Arjuna is listening very, very carefully. And he was so delighted. Both were enjoying. And suddenly, Arjuna becomes again serious. Lord Sri Krishna asked to Arjuna, what happened? Why are you so serious? Before some time, you were so happy. You were enjoying my talk, my topic. And suddenly, you become so serious. What happened to you? Now the question Arjuna asked. The question is Arjuna Uvach. Arjuna Uvach means Arjuna said, "Oh Sri Krishna, whatever you had said to me, really good. And everyone wants to do that. But here is some problem." And so Arjuna is asking here, Yoyam yogastoya prokta sammena madhusudana. O Arjuna, O Sri Krishna, the yoga of the oneness, the yoga of the equanimity, which has been described by you, it looks very easy. It looks very simple. But when I thought seriously, it is not so simple. It is harder than the penance which can be done in the forest. In the forest, even Ravan can do that. Even Kumbhakarna, the Rakshasas, the demons can also do that. It is easy. But path of your this, it looks very simple. It seems to be very simple, but it is not, it is very difficult. Because, O Madhusudana, Arjuna is addressing Sri Krishna, O Madhusudan. Madhusudan means there was a demon, the name was Madhu. Lord Sri Krishna killed that demons. So we call Lord Sri Krishna as a Madhusudan. O Madhusudan, yoyam yoga toya prokta sammena Madhusudana. The yoga which has been described by you, I think it is not possible. It is almost impossible. Etasyaham na pasyami. I do not consider that it can be done. It is very difficult. Why? See, Arjuna is giving a logics. Why? It is not so tough. It is a very easy, but it is not. Because the entire process of this yoga is mind-centered. Its center is mind. All process has to be done with the mind. Chanchalatvat sthitim sthiram. And because mind is so restless, that is why this practice also, this yoga also, I think would be not stable. Sometime it can be achieved, but next time, immediately, it may be lost. So that is why Sri Krishna, etasyam na pasyami. I don't think that it is possible for everyone. Now, next one. Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramati balabhadridham tasyaham nigraham manne vayu rivasudaskaram. I repeat. Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramati balabhadridham tasyaham nigraham manne vayu rivasudaskaram. See the translation. Sri Krishna, the mind verily is restless, turbulent, obstinate, powerful. Therefore, I consider it as difficult to control as wind. See the translation again. Arjuna says, O Sri Krishna, the mind is unsteady, turbulent, strong and obstinate. I consider its control to be as greatly difficult as of the winds. Now Arjuna is stating the nature of the mind. The question is why Arjuna is stating the nature of the mind? Because Arjuna is trying to say that Sri Krishna, oh Sri Krishna, you are the God. And we are the individual soul, Jiva. The difference between us, the only is the mind. See, God does not have mind. God does not have mind. Mindless. Upanishads say the God does not have mind. Amana. Amana. Aprana. Upanishads say the God is without mind. God is without pran, breathing. We live with the breathing. God exists without breathing. We think with the mind. God thinks without mind. So God does not have mind. Amanaha aprana. So Arjuna is pointing out, oh Sri Krishna, you don't have mind. So you don't understand the problems of the mind. You don't have understanding about the mind. You are the God. You can control anything. You are the protector. You are the creator. You are the controller. Because you don't have the mind. Mind makes difference. So Arjuna is pointing here, oh Sri Krishna, that is why I am describing the nature of the mind, how kind of problems we are facing. Being a human being, how much problems we are suffering through the mind. That is why he is describing the nature of the mind. Here Arjuna is saying, mind has 4 qualities. First is mind is restless, chanchalam. Always it is in moving, keep moving. The first nature of the mind is chanchala. Always keep going, keep moving, always. So this is the first nature of the mind. Another nature is turbulent, pramati. Turbulent means the mind can shake your personality. Mind has such power, it can shake your entire personality. Mind can shake your body. It can shake your sense organs. Even it can shake your family, your relations, your emotions, your property, your entire world. So mind has such power. Turbulent. When it wants, it makes so changes in your life. Turbulent. Third one is strong. It is so powerful. It can defeat anyone. The mind can defeat anyone, even the gods in the heaven, the king of the gods, the Indra, the Rakshas, the Rishi, the Muni, the human beings, everyone, every being is under control of the mind. That is the reason God does not have mind. And God does not have mind, that is why God can control everyone. God has the power because God does not have the mind. Turbulent, strong. Whatever we do, we are overpowered by the mind. Mind is behind us. Without mind, we never do anything. So our power is mind. It is so strong. Another thing, number 4 is stubborn. Stubborn. If mind takes a decision, it has to be done. You cannot deny. No one has capacity to deny his mind. We do whatever comes in my mind. See? The common thing is, always we say, I do whatever comes in my mind. I was going somewhere and just an idea came in my mind, I returned back. So going somewhere and coming back from that point, the only cause is mind. You do not anywhere. We are following the mind. It decides and we follow. So 4 quality of the mind, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balabhadridham. Arjuna is giving 4 qualities of the mind. It is restless, it is turbulent, it is very strong, it is stubborn. So 4 quality. And Arjuna is indicating to Lord Sri Krishna, oh Krishna, you are the God. Thankfully, you are the God, and that is why you don't have mind. So you don't understand the problems are given by the mind. The nature of the mind. And see, in Gita or in other scriptures, you will see that so many places God is begging from the devotee. Everywhere it is written, God is begging from the devotees only one thing, and that thing is the mind. God does not want anything from us. God has created everything. God has everything. But again problem is mind. We are in suffering because we have mind. And God wants to know what mind is. So that is why God wants mind from the devotee. He says, give your mind to me. Give your intellect to me. I want your mind with one condition. And condition is pure mind, because God is also not accepting the dirty mind, impure mind. So God is begging from the devotee only one thing, and that is the mind. See the importance of the mind. See the puzzle of the mind. We are suffering because we have mind, and we are not able to control it. And God is also begging mind from us. He says, give your mind. Mayeva manadhatsa may buddhim nivesha. In Gita and other scriptures, God keeps saying continuously, give your mind, give your intellect to me. So mind is something very different. So mind is very, very special thing for us and for the mind, God. We are suffering not because of the mind. We are suffering because we don't have control over the mind. The only cause is we are suffering not because of the mind. We are suffering because we don't have control over the mind. So Arjuna is pointing out, oh Sri Krishna, you do not know the importance of the mind. It is so difficult. Tanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balabhadridham. The 4 qualities Arjuna had described. And finally, he takes conclusion. Tasyaham nigraham manne. So, Sri Krishna, the control of the mind, I think it is almost impossible. I consider that the control of the mind is almost impossible. Tasyaham nigraham manne. It is not possible. Because we are controlled by the mind. And he is giving an example. Vayu Suduskaram. Like if someone tries to control the air is everywhere. Air is the element. Element number 4. Earth, water, fire, then air. Air is so big. Air is life. So we cannot control the air. We cannot wind the air. Air is free. Sometimes it may flow slow. Sometimes it can take form of the tornado. So no one has control over the wind. Wind is free. We don't have even control over the earth, over the water, fire. But somehow you can say that I can manage the earth. I can control the water, the fire. But what about the air? So no one has power to control the air. Similar in spirituality, in the path of the divinity, the mind is like air. So Arjuna is saying, oh Krishna, Vayu Suduskaram. It is so difficult as control of the air. So if we cannot control the mind, the conclusion has come. If we cannot control our mind, so our whole practice, the whole practice of the equanimity yoga is based on the mind. If mind is not directed towards the God, if we don't have power to control the mind, it will take us to the world. Controlled mind can lead us to the God, and uncontrolled mind leads us towards the world. So Arjun's decision is taken by the Arjun. He says, oh Sri Krishna, the control over the mind is not possible. And the whole process, the whole entire, the sadhana, the spiritual path is based on the mind. If I cannot control the mind, I cannot do this practice. So that is why this practice is not for anyone. Then why are you giving this practice to us? This is the question. Now, see the answer. Sri Bhagavan Uvat. Asansayam mahabaho mano duranigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha griyat. I repeat again. Asansayam mahabaho mano duranigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha griyat. See the translation. Sri Krishna says, Arjuna, doubtless, O mighty armed, the mind is restless and hard to control. But by practice and by dispassion, O son of Kunti, it can be done. See the translation again. The blessed Lord said, O mighty armed one, undoubtedly the mind is untouchable and restless. But, O son of Kunti, it is brought under control through practice and detachment. The question was asked, by the Arjuna is about the mind. If mind is under control, you are the God. If mind is your controller, you are nothing. The only thing is the mind. Who is where? Who is the controller? If you are the controller, then you are the God. If mind controller, you are zero. Arjuna surrendered completely to the mind. He said, "Oh Krishna, it is not possible to control the mind." Sri Krishna says, "O Arjuna, asansayam mahabaho manodhura nigraham chala." You are right. You are absolutely right. Whatever you are saying, mind is not controllable. Yes, I am agree with you. I am agree. In scriptures, there is a method in a logic how to make a person understand. We call it Abhyupagam Siddhant. This is a very typical word in Sanskrit, Abhyupagam Siddhant. In logic, they say that if you want to say something, anyone, just first accept their logics. And I used to say that if you want to say no, say yes. If you want to say no, always say yes, then you say no. No problem. First, you don't say no. If you say no, the person will not listen to you. Arjuna was not ready to listen to Sri Krishna. But Sri Krishna was so godliness state. He could understand what method should we apply with Arjuna. If Sri Krishna said, "Oh Arjuna, you are wrong," Arjuna would not listen. No. So that is why Arjuna said, "Oh Krishna, the mind cannot be controlled." Sri Krishna says, "Yes, Arjuna, you are right. Absolutely right. I agree with you." Sri Krishna is not saying yes. But the method is first say yes. Asansayam mahabaho. And the word is Sri Krishna using here for Arjuna, and that is mahabaho. Mahabaho means the mighty armed, the more strong person. Sri Krishna is pointing out to the Arjuna, "Oh Arjuna, in this age of the Mahabharata, you are the greatest warrior. You are the best warrior." Everyone knows that Arjuna is the greatest warrior. And you are saying that you cannot defeat the mind without fighting. It is said in Mahabharata, Arjuna never defeated. That is why the name of Arjuna was Jaya. There is a name of Arjuna in Mahabharata. It is a Jaya. Jaya means Arjuna never was defeated. Never. He won so many wars. So many enemies was killed by the Arjuna. But here, without fighting with the mind, Arjuna says, "No, I am defeated." So Sri Krishna is saying, "Oh Arjuna, you are Mahabaho. mighty armed. You cannot accept the defeat without fighting. Asansayam Mahabaho. So Sri Krishna says, oh Arjun, you are right. But you are Mahabaho. You have to fight. After fighting, whatever results comes, it's okay. But without fighting, without war, already you are defeated. This is not good for you. You are warrior. That is how Sri Krishna using word Mahabaho. Arjun, you fight first with the mind. Sri Krishna says, so Arjun, you are right. Mind is restless and very strong. Yes, I accept. I admit that mind is very strong, restless. But you are also not so weak. You are also not so weak because you are army strong person, Mahabaho, mighty armed. You have so much power, huge your power, huge your energy. Mahabaho. So yes, you are right. Mind is so powerful, mind is so unsteady, but you are also not a so small thing. You are also a part of the God. You are also consciousness. You can give order to the mind. You can control, and so many people had been done it. So many people, so many rishis done it. Why not you? And Sri Krishna is giving a path, a method, how to control the mind. See, today, the society is very, very intelligent. And this is the problem. Very small child is very intelligent. They should not have been so. Because very small child, 2 or 3 years child, see, they are more intelligent than 50 age group the man. Very smart. This is the very bad. They should be developed, but in gradually. So today's society is very, 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 very advanced, very intelligent, and that is why all over the world there are so many people in insane condition because they are very intelligent. Today, this is the problem. So that is why we always think about the mind. The method should be different. In a spiritual way, we are talking in a different way. In the psychology, we can talk another way. So there may be many ways, but the method is how to control the mind, how to give proper direction to the mind. We are trying. And there are so many methods to give good direction to the mind. Keep quiet to the mind. But nothing is happening. We are trying, but result is nothing. Just zero. Sri Krishna is giving just 2 things. He is saying, there are Arjun, if you want to control your mind, if you want to give a proper direction to the mind, control of the mind is not means that killing of the mind. give a proper way to the mind. And he's giving only two words. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, also same method had been given. Same method. Patanjali says, Abhyas Vairagyabhyam Tannirodha. If you want to control your mind, it can be controlled only two ways, practice and detachment. Here Sri Krishna is saying, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyam cha griyata. Arjun, it is not impossible. Controlling of the mind is not impossible. Yes, it is difficult. I agree. But not impossible. So many rishis did it. And in future, many people will do it. And you are also can do that. Everyone has capacity to control the mind, whoever has the mind. Everyone has capacity. The path is very simple. Abhyas Vairagya. Abhyas means the practice. We practice, we have order, a method of chanting, or mantra, meditation, whatever method we have. Sri Krishna is not giving so many methods. I told you before, Sri Krishna is not giving so many methods. Simply he described that sit, a proper posture, a proper seat, sit, and your body should be in a line. He gives some instructions, not so much. Then the only method is Sri Krishna believes Abhyas Vairagya. Abhyas means practice. Whatever practice you have, it should be done. It must be done continuously, without any hesitation. Patanjali says, always Abhyas. And we are doing Abhyas. We have been doing so many years. So many seekers all over the world have been doing this practice, so many practices, but nothing happening. After 20, 30 years, they complain. We are doing, but nothing is happening. What is the problem? Method is not good. Sri Krishna says, no, method is not matter. The matter is, you have to have two things. And these are abhyas, the practice. Another thing is a very, very important, which we are not taking in our practice, and that is the detachment. Detachment from the world. Create a thought for detachment from the object. If we are not detached from the world and we are trying to meditation complete, it is not possible. Any small thing can disturb your meditation. No matter which practice you are doing, which method you are doing, who has given to you. No. Any method. So method is not matter. We have so many methods, so many techniques, but without detachment. Any technique, any method will not work. Sri Krishna is emphasizing here, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha griyate. As I said, a bird flies in the sky. The bird needs two wings. We walk in the earth, we need 2 feet. Same in spirituality, The abhyas and vairagya, the practice and the detachment are the beings through which you can fly in the spirituality. Now, next one. Asanyatatmana yogo dusprap iti me mati pasyatmana tu yatata sakyo vaptum upayata. See that again one time. Asanyatatmana yogo dusprap iti me mati pasyatmana tu yatata sakyo vaptum upayata. See the translation. Sri Krishna says, yoga is hard to realize by one whose mind is not completely subdued, but it can easily be achieved by him who has controlled his mind and who strives ceaselessly. Such is my conviction. See the translation again, one more time. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, my conviction is that yoga is difficult to be attained by one of uncontrolled mind, but it is possible to be attained through the above means by one who strives and has a controlled mind. Now see the conclusion of the answer. Sri Krishna, the only question was Arjun's, the question was control over the mind. Is it possible or not? Sri Krishna says yes, it is possible. The mind can be controlled. The method is your practice and detachment. Without detachment, any practice will not work. If mind can be controlled, the next step is after that, the goal can be achieved. Sri Krishna says yes. Asanyatatmana yogo dusprapiti memati. Memati, my conviction is. Sri Krishna says, so Arjun, my conviction is, if someone can control the mind, that person can achieve the goal of the yoga. The only thing is, if someone cannot control the mind, the yoga cannot be done. The only method is, only condition is the controlled, uncontrolled mind. This is my conviction. If mind is not controlled, it is very difficult. Now see, Arjuna was saying, control the mind is impossible. Sri Krishna is saying here, if mind is not controlled, then yoga is impossible. Yoga means equanimity, yoga of equanimity. So only condition is mind. If mind is controlled, yoga is there. If mind is not controlled, yoga is impossible. So yoga would be automatic. Our practice is over the mind. Practice control the mind. Give a good direction to the mind. Yoga is happening. Asanyatatmana yoga, dusprap means very difficult. The mind is not controlled, then this method is impossible. If mind is controlled, Sri Krishna says yoga is very easy. This is my conviction. This is my opinion. Now, next one. Again, Arjuna was Ayati Shraddhayopeto Yoga Chalita Manasha Aprapya Yoga Sansiddhim Kam Gatim Krishna Gacchati. I repeat again. Ayati Shraddhayopeto Yoga Chalitamānasa Aprapya Yoga Sansiddhyam Kam Gatim Krishna Gacchati. See the translation. O Krishna, he who, though of faith, is lax in his striving, and whose mind devotees from yoga, having failed to attain perfection in it, what end does he meet? See the translation again. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, he who, though of faith, is lax in his striving, and those whose mind deviates from yoga, having failed to attain perfection in it, what end does he meet? Now see, again, question is, Arjun said, yes, okay, you are right. I understood. So matter is only mind. Now one more question. The question is, suppose one devotee, one seeker of the spirituality who has faith in this path and is striving also. But somehow he does not have time, or there may be so many problems. He trying to achieve, but he is not able to do it perfectly. Ayati Shraddhayopeta Yoga Chalitamānasa. And he is not able to do complete his sadhana. He is practicing yoga. Like there are so many seekers. Yes, the question is good of Arjun. There are so many people. We are trying to achieve the ultimate goal. But everyone will not succeed. Many people can succeed, but not everyone. But we are trying. So question of the Arjuna is, if someone has faith in this path and he is also trying, striving, but somehow the person end of the life in old age, because there are so many difficulties, the person is not complete for this yoga. Ayati Shraddhayopeta Yoga Chalitamānasa. He was not able to complete this process. And Aprapya Yoga Sansiddhyam. And time has come to die. The death cannot wait. That death cannot wait. We have our targets to achieve. Death will not allow anyone, what kind target you have. It may be worldly object, it may be divinely object. The death will not allow a single moment. And someone trying to achieve Sansiddhim, the Yoga Sansiddhim, the ultimate goal of the yoga. Yoga Sansiddhi means the ultimate goal of the yoga, of this yoga. Equanimity. And the person was trying, and death came. And he dies. He was trying, but because of the time, because of the death, he dies. The question is, Kam Gati Krishna Gacchati. Still he was describing the condition of a man. This was not question. He was describing a condition, a situation of so many seekers without getting its targets, without achieving their target, and so many seekers dies. My question is, Arjuna is saying, oh Sri Krishna, my question is, Kam Gatim Krishna Gacchati. Oh Krishna, you are the God. This answer can be answered only by you. This is very secret. No other one can reply this question. Because no one has a right to enter in this realm. Death after death. Only God knows. So Arjuna says, so Krishna, Kam Gatim Krishna Gacchati, oh Sri Krishna, tell me, what will happen for that person? Give me answer. The Yoga Sansiddhi, having the goal of the yoga, he will liberate. But without achieving the last goal, and he dies, then what will happen to that seeker? This is my question. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmiti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti.